YouTube, how we doing? Pass the prop back here yet again. It is our first, 100% official NBA show of the season 2026. Coming at you guys. Join as always. Stu, how you doing? Ready to get after this NBA show or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a surprisingly news-filled, middle of the week, We obviously the Giannis blockbuster, Shams notification. We had Belichick yesterday getting snubbed. That was kind of all the rage out of nowhere. Monken hired. I mean, just a lot of different sports stuff going down across the board. So I'm always a fan of it, more talk, more interesting, narratives and storylines to follow.
Yeah, the Monken one was weird as fuck, bro. Really?
Yeah.
Their offense blows, dude. What? I don't know if you saw my tweet. I said, what are you going to put the fucking Browns at, dude? Are you giving over under 3.5? What's your win total? What are you giving this win total?
Well, and also losing, I'd say 5.5 probably. I'd say Schwartz out of there is rough though, right? Because that defense
piss him off.
Yeah, you can, but the thing is, you shouldn't hire Schwartz either. So that's the trade. He probably wasn't staying unless he got hired as coach, and you shouldn't hire him as coach either. So I don't know, but that defense can definitely win him a couple games. It always does, But that quarter, who wants to be the Browns coach? That's why they got handed this, right? Who wants to do that? This is their fault for firing Kevin Stefanski. They are the worst opening, right? They have no quarterback. It's Shedeur Sanders, who fucking sucks, or Deshaun Watson, I guess, who's coming back from sucking, all the off the field stuff, and then injury on top of that. It's just, and then bad ownership, right? That won't stop sticking their head into things. Probably a bad GM. Who wants to deal with all of this stuff? If you're that Rams young assistant, or you're, the Jags offensive coordinator, you're not leaving your fucking job to go coach this absolute dumpster fire. So you got to go for a retread. You know what I mean? You're stuck with the 60 plus crowd. And honestly, Monken, I think he's a pretty creative play caller. I don't think he's going to be able to do much with the talent he's been given.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I don't know who would be though. I don't know who I would see them hire and be like, that's a great hire, except one of these young, unproven guys. But they clearly think that they're better in their current spots than taking the risk. So I don't blame them. It's hard to get mad at the hire, in my opinion, because I don't know what better choices they had. It seemed like what they should have done was just kept their fucking good coach that was instantly hired by another team. But they didn't do that. So good luck, Browns fans. I feel bad for him. But yeah, Monken, who knows what you're going to get with that? That feels just kind of not giving up, but I don't know. I just, what's he going to be able to do? I assume they're going to run the ball a shit ton next year, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and you're running the ball behind a offensive line. You have nothing on the outside that worries you, and you got a bad quarterback.
Multiple bad quarterbacks. Gabriel, Watson, Sanders, they're all bad.
What's the worst Pro Bowl that you've ever seen? Is it this or Huntley?
It's this one for sure. It's this one. Huntley is better in his season than Shedeur was this year, which, once again, I want to make it clear. We can roll the tape. I'm pro Shedeur in the sense that I want him to succeed. I'm not rooting on his downfall. But what are we doing here? The dude had more picks than QBR, bro. He was awful this year. And the thing is, I'm trying to think of fan bases that were this passionate about guys that were not good. And the name that keeps coming to my head is Tim Tebow. The problem is Tim Tebow was so fucking fun that it's so excusable. Sanders is the least fun quarterback in football. If you watch this guy this year, it's not fun at all. So I don't know. I don't get it. I hope he succeeds. But going into next season with that guy as your quarterback, and also that guy making the Pro Bowl, like you said, is just it's, disgraceful. I don't want to be on my high horse, but it's just pathetic. I don't know. How does this happen?
Trevor Lawrence? Dude's fourth or fifth in MVP voting, bro.
Yeah.
And he's not even in the Pro Bowl. Crazy.
Do we know if it's because people said no? I haven't seen.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the only other thing. But you can't tell me that I would take 16 other quarterbacks in that side than that. So
agreed. I'd take pretty much everyone else over him, except who's the Jets.
I'm trying to think of an AFC quarterback that I wouldn't take over.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
I'm blanking.
Brady Cook, he's the worst. But
I'd take Flacco. playing 7 games.
Is he injured though? Isn't he hurt? Right? Isn't that why he stopped playing this year? I think he might be banged up.
I think didn't he get traded to the Bengals for that, and then Burrow came back.
Yeah, I thought he got banged up, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I'd rather see him. It'd be more fun, but he's probably worse at flag football, so you got to take that into account. I don't know if he's good. The joints, they're acting up a little bit. He's not even getting on that flight. He's got kids too.
For sure. We get to talk some NBA here today, guys. We appreciate you. 45 you guys in here in the first 5 minutes. Thank you guys for joining us. Hit that like button if you could. If you're over on Twitter, pop over to YouTube, hit that like button, and drop some questions if you got it. We'll be going through this NBA slate. We're going to talk a quick recap here. We got to watch Luka put on a Luka show, man. I mean, very few guys can do that type of performance. It was a 40 and 10, another double-double. I had that as a talking point too, talking about his double-double at minus 150. But goddamn, what a show, dude. That dude is fucking good. And it's so slow. He moves so slow, and he's just open. It's like Jokic, but like Jokic is bigger than everybody. Luka just gets to those spots, man. It is very fun to watch.
No, I agree. I wish I grew up playing basketball in this era of basketball. We went from like the the all athlete, like dominant, explosive players to two of the best dudes in the league. Or like you said, they're setting their own pace. Everyone else has to play at their speed because of how much they control games, and it's fun to watch. And like you said, Luka's just turned it up this year, so it's always a good time to watch him play basketball.
Yes, sir. I think he ended up with 44 and 12 or something like that. Was the final number there. So, good day overall. Moves us to our 1-0 start here on NBA since we started our NBA shows. And let's start talking this slate. So we got a really nice slate across the board. I feel like we always have good games on these Wednesdays just because you get them on different channels too, like on these bigger channels. Amazon Prime is getting NBA games now. I don't know what days those are specifically, but I've been seeing a couple more on there. It's some good games. What is the game of the day for you? Which one is kind of sticking out?
I don't know. I guess like West Coast shit show Warriors Jazz is kind of fun. I was looking at Curry because Jazz give up the most threes in football, or it's not football. Oh my, I got to reprogram my brain. This is going to be tough for a while. But in the NBA, and obviously you got Curry on that side. I kind of like the Warriors because their rotations are kind of unset in a way. So they give you a certain amount of randomness on a per night basis, and I always love the Jazz. Like I'm just a big fan. I believe they're on a back-to-back, right? If I'm not, maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, they sat Keontae yesterday. Mm-hmm. They sat Nurkic for an illness, so those guys play today, which makes it a little bit different because Laurie came back yesterday. Assuming he's not playing on the back-to-back, it's just this Jazz team just kind of pushing everywhere, pushing a lot of buttons.
And Kevin Love started, right? I was like, what the fuck? I forgot this guy's like still getting involved places. But yeah, there's a lot of like interesting prop stuff. Like, me, I'm a role player guy. I always will be. So I like when you get the backups, and like even Ace Bailey's line is a little higher than I thought it would be, up at 13.5. He's playing some better ball. So yeah, I'm going to be tuning into the West Coast. I guess I don't know if this is the late night hammer. It looks like there's some later games, but it's close, halfway there.
Yeah, I think for me, it's definitely the young boys going out there with Charlotte. They've been playing really good basketball. Charlotte's on the road against Memphis with no Ja, obviously. I guess it's going to be a fun game. I mean, Charlotte's young. They got Ball, Knuppel, and Miller all playing well right now. And that Memphis side, it's again kind of leaning a little bit more towards you. When you take out Ja, right, you get to see the G.G. Jacksons. You get to see the Cam Spencers. You get to see all these dudes that you're just not usually seeing. Cedric Coward, right, stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of dudes in this lineup that, not household names yet, right? I mean, Santi Aldama's been playing really good basketball. We've seen Jaren Jackson take a step up with the absence as well. Just a lot of, faces that, if you're new to the NBA or you haven't, been in it for a while, these are new guys for you. So I think it's a fun game, good total, close spread. The think this could turn into one of those games that, you want to tune in and watch as a fan.
Yeah, that's my only problem with the Hornets is I don't know, something in my head. I feel like I always hate those guys. And then I look at their props and like they feel very like evenly distributed. You know what I mean? Where I'm kind of like, who do I bet on this team? And that's been the tricky part is I haven't been able to nail down like any guys that I can like are dependable for me because it just feels like they kind of take what's given a little bit more and kind of mix it up,
Yeah, definitely not a team I bet much. I think this would just be a fun game to tune into. Yeah, this is definitely not a game that I don't bet on Charlotte really ever because you kind of mentioned it there. They just have a bunch of dudes. I mean, even when like the bigs are hurt, like Diabate, like moving him around with these guys in the paint and stuff like that. It's just like a lot of injuries always too, and they have no problem sitting dudes, like not running up those minutes. They don't play guys heavy minutes very often. So, let's get this rolling so we can get into some bets. We got 65 of you guys in here right now joining us. We appreciate you. Let's get into it. I'll start us off because I think I have the straight bet. Stu's got the long shot. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, drop them in the chat. We will always get to those here. I'm going to be going back to the Lakers. I think I'm going to play a first half spot today on this board. And I've really liked these Cavs first halves, dude. I've really been playing a lot of them just because they've been giving up a lot of points and scoring a lot of points, right? I mean, we're looking at this Lakers team in here too. First half points allowed. Lakers are the third worst at 61 points per game, right? And I know Mobley is a big piece, right? Mobley is a big piece here missing, but he's also pretty fucking good defensively. So like that takes a huge take out of there. Jalen Tyson, I think he's phenomenal. You really can't say defensively we are, neck and neck between those two, right? It is tough when you take a dude out like that because Cleveland's whole defense is relying on their guards, not the greatest defensively, but if you get to the paint, you got to deal with both those guys, and it's tough to do. Now you take out Mobley. I think that's going to be a really tough spot there for them to stop this Lakers team who, Luka pretty much does whatever he wants. He'll be able to get wherever he needs to get. Lakers obviously a very good three-point shooting team on top of this as well, just to add. But, like I said, the first half scoring numbers for Cleveland have been better as of late. Over their last three, they've averaged 61 points per game. Mind you, that's all without Darius Garland in there too, right? It's not like they're dropping off. We've seen Donovan Mitchell go crazy. Who's guarding Donovan Mitchell on the Lakers, bro? Like, who's going over there, right? And it's tough because when the Cavs obviously have some good defenders on the wing, really can't do much against Luka. You put your best guy on him, and he's going to have 2 fouls in 6 minutes. That's just like how it goes. Luka's been, one of the top driving guys in the league. I talked about that on last show, getting into the paint, and now you have, only one guy that has the rotation. And then you just have alley-oop dunks to DeAndre Ayton, who's been playing a lot better basketball as of late. We have Jake LaRavia, who's literally just standing out there to shoot the 3 ball. He's been doing very, very well with the absence of Reeves. And obviously LeBron on there too. I think you also get LeBron getting to go to Cleveland back there again. Obviously a little narrative street. But we get some points there. I really wanted to play first quarter over. But they've been playing Mitchell with no Garland a little bit different. Where he only plays the first 7.5 minutes versus the full because they usually can bring in Garland. Excuse me. But now with that kind of pulled me off a little bit with no Garland there because I believe last game he was going crazy. He went crazy in the first quarter. They pulled him with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first and then brought him back in to start the second one. So I think that rotation really helps me on this first half as well because I get 2 extra minutes of Donovan Mitchell in the first half. It does affect the first quarter a little bit, so I wouldn't go there. But you do get the full first half or first quarter Luka. And obviously LeBron takes over in that beginning part of the second quarter. So like the pace up spot here for the Lakers yet again. Cavs have been playing a little bit faster without Garland. And I think without Mobley in there, that's a big miss. And I know he's great offensively, but it's tough to find really good big defenders in the NBA nowadays. And Cleveland has 2 of them Now you take one of them out. This is going to be it's a tough spot.
I'm with you. I agree. Obviously, you lose production with Mobley, but they've got like other guys that step up. Like you said, Tyson's been playing well. Hunter's there as well. Like they've got guys that can score. And what you lose out when you don't have a Mobley on the court is huge. I mean, this is a guy that's perennially been involved in Defensive Player of the Year conversations. Like, he's a dog out there. So, I mean, I like Dean Wade too. I always play Dean Wade like steal and block when he gets good minutes. But like, he's not Mobley. You know what I mean? He's a solid like 3-and-D kind of forward. But yeah, like LeBron will take that match. You know what I mean? Like the bigs will be very, very happy with that downgrade there. So I'm with it. I'm glad you mentioned the first quarter because I did look at Donovan at first for the first quarter stuff, and I was kind of like, oh damn. He stopped doing that full super heavy workload. But that, like you said, that gets you a nice, like normally a second quarter run where you're even getting some backups as well, which is nice. So I like it. I mean, the Cavs are, I agree, not going to be at their full strength on defense right now. And the Lakers are just a fun team for these overs.
Yeah, and when you play with the Lakers, man, they're a slow team already. Obviously, it kind of affects, when you have an older team. But what I will say is that also makes it a little bit different too when you get a pace-up spot, right? Most of these games are going to be pace-up spots. There's probably like 8-9 teams that are around the same pace and speed as the Lakers. If you get any of them in the middle to the top of the league in terms of pace, I'm always going with these spots just because we get a nice opportunity to get Luka running a little bit more. And also, hopefully these guys making those outside shots. So sign me up for some Cavs-Lakers first half over 120.5.
I like it. And funnily enough, like this is the game I was looking at for props as well. And that's what I had my long shot in. It's kind of uncoordinated right there.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you take it away here, Stu. I know you're rolling with, I believe, DeAndre Hunter, correct?
Yeah, I got DeAndre Hunter 20 points plus 475. I wanted to contribute something to you. I'm not fully in the NBA streets quite yet. Still trying to get locked in here, but I wanted to contribute. Obviously, I liked your spot right there. And I like DeAndre Hunter's upside. When I'm looking for long shots, obviously, I want upside in general. And Hunter's line is 12.5 points. I like 12.5 as well. But when you go back and look at his games without Evan Mobley earlier in the year, he played like 5 or 6. There was a stretch, and he was averaging 28 minutes. And he had 2 games where he went over 20 points, right? And then the other games, he was kind of around like 11, 4, and 12, I believe. So he had these kind of pop-off games, and then he had the bad shooting game. So like rather than just his regular number, which I don't mind, I like shooting for the upside. I think if he's feeling it early, obviously, Donovan Mitchell is clearly like the best offensive player on their team. And even a team like the Lakers, who isn't really defensively equipped to just put one guy on them and say, like, let's lock him down, like they're going to have to double. They're going to have to send extra help. And I think that's just going to create opportunities for other guys. Like, why would the game plan not be make someone else beat you? Because when you lose Mobley, you also lose a good connective passer as well, right? A guy that it takes some responsibility off of Donovan Mitchell's hands in like the ball handling department. Because guess what? You don't have freaking Garland there either. So there's just opportunity for scoring. And I think the game plan is going to be, hey, let's get the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands as much as possible. I think Tyson is a good look. I was going back and forth between them both, but Tyson's priced up. He's at 16.5 points. So like the value isn't really there anymore. It's kind of baked in that he's going to take on an even bigger, offensive usage role. But in games where both Garland and Mobley are out, the number one usage guy behind, obviously Mitchell has been Hunter. So I like the usage. I like the opportunity. 20 points, you're getting some solid long shot prices in. It's just, he's been kind of like minutes up and down, dependent. But if he can get in that 28, like 30-minute range, just get a good roll out there, then I see a lot of upside, honestly, for his points. And Hunter, he's could be up and down at times, but at the end of the day, he's kind of brought in the league to be the scorer. And it does show every once in a while. It's not maybe as consistent as you'd hope, but I like the upside here.
I like it. Yeah, I think this game is going to be just a fun one there. And obviously, DeAndre Hunter does get those minutes where Mitchell's off the floor as well. So, it's him fighting with Jalen Tyson versus a dude with probably a 40-something% usage rate with no Garland. So,
and who's guarding him? Like my boy Rui? Is Rui guarding him? I'll take that matchup. Maybe some Laravia, who's smaller, I guess. But, like, I don't see a great one-for-one matchup on the other side either,
I like it. I'm actually – Stu kind of got me looking at these lawn shots today, it's a great slate, and I got guys that I do like on the slate as always. You know, when you get to these bigger slates, get to find these diamonds in the rough almost where you don't get those on the smaller slate. So I'm going to be rolling with exactly the same odds, about the same. I did not line shop this to FanDuel, so you definitely can do that. But I'm going to go with a double parlay. I like these double guys, and I'm going to go with Josh Giddey and Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is pretty simple, dude. I usually like these guys against the Celtics, like higher option guys against the Celtics for peripherals versus scoring. Just because obviously Boston's pretty good defensively. They have some good wing defenders. And I think Scotty Barnes finds a way to get people involved here. I know Quickly is in there, and I've usually been playing the rebounds, when Barnes doesn't have to deal with that. But Quickly still working his way back, from that longer injury. Now we're getting this. Tough matchup for him as well as a point guard here in this spot. So think that we get opportunity to grab both rebounds or assists with Barnes. I love him being as good of a rebounder as he is to kind of give us those upsides. And going over to Giddey too, the only thing holding me back was minutes. Last game we saw 28 minutes in a competitive matchup. I mean, what's stopping us from 30? I mean, this is his fifth game back. This will be his fourth game back. We saw a much higher usage rate in that last game against the Lakers. 14 shot attempts, 19, 6 and 7 in 28 minutes. Obviously, very high usage rate when he's out there, getting everybody involved. Has the rebounding upside, just like I talked about there. I do like the rebound assist number for him as well. It was close to being a show play for me. But both these guys are around 130 to 150 for their double-doubles. I didn't want to just take a one-unit stab on that at the plus 150. I like both. I think I'm going to combo those and see if I can get some a decent price with these guys comboed.
Yeah, no, I like it. I mean, both guys are in that category of player that they have multiple category upside. And that's kind of what we talk about. You want a guy that they can get there in multiple different ways if they have a spike game. So I guess, like you said, only problem Barnes has Quickly back. And then Giddey, they've been playing more like Smith in those big lineups, which just is another guy on top of Buzelius, who's a good rebounder, Vucevic. Like, I just hate how many mouths they have for the rebounding department. But obviously, we know, I mean, they like to get it to Giddey. He can get it down in transition. He can get a dime and a board on, like, the same play, So you like the upside in multiple categories.
Yeah, I think his assist is probably the one, obviously, I lean a little bit more to for Giddey here in this type of matchup. But Barnes, I really don't have a preference against the Celtics. I've had pretty good success in taking peripheral stats against that Celtics team who, plays pretty good defense for an NBA roster in 2026. So, yeah, let's do a quick recap here. I haven't seen any questions. I'll have to pop over and see if anything got dropped on Twitter because I have not looked over there yet. But I'll recap first. I got the straight one. I got Cavs Lakers first half over 120.5, and also my double parlay, which is Giddey and Barnes at plus 475.
Sounds good. And yeah, I took in the same game as that first one, I took some DeAndre Hunter, 20 points plus 475. I believe MGM had the best price there, but a lot of stuff is in the like 400 range. So like the upside.
Awesome. I did not see any questions over on Twitter there, Stu. First show back, not too bad. Anything else you want to talk about here from the slate? Any guys that kind of catching your eye before we get moving? I know we don't have Washington on the board. They got to play yesterday, so we got to see the SAR action yesterday. Did pretty well. Any thoughts here on the rest of the slate? Anything else you want to bring up before we head out of here?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I was happy the Wizards won yesterday, got that dub. Alex Sarr actually bet his under, funnily enough, and under PRA, and he almost went over on points alone. So shout out to him, absolutely dominating. And Klingon got 20 boards on the other side as well. I mean, some young big men that have been playing good ball this year, but it's good to see that core playing well. Trey Johnson's really fucking good, man. I love this guy. I'm so glad they drafted him. Absolute pure bucket out there. So, hey, be on the lookout. Wizards next season. We got to get one of these top picks. I guess we'll have Trey Young, I guess, now. Why not? It could be a fun year. But for today, I was just going to ask you, we talked a little before the show. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Giannis potential bomb that he's ready to find that new team. Do you think it's going to happen? Where do you think he goes? And I want to get your thoughts on the record here.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, I think today, I mean, it was inevitable. I think. I mean, they've just been playing really bad. And honestly, I said this from the beginning. I will say on record that I was the first person to be the Doc Rivers hater.
Yeah,
I
you
was
really were.
I really was. Everybody else was saying it was a good hire because he's from the area. I don't give a fuck. That dude's a shit coach. I said it from the start. I've I put it out there immediately after the signing happened. I'm like, this is horrible. It's gonna be terrible for everybody involved. He's a horrible coach. So now I make myself feel a lot better, even though losing Giannis is not great. I think I'm just more pissed at Doc Rivers and Shams than anything because Shams is just a piece of shit. Like I said, how can you be wrong 19 times in a row and then the one time you're right when it's obviously this far when everybody's saying it? Like, bro, it's like the boy who cried wolf, but that dude only got to do it 3 times, not 19 fucking times like this dude. So, yeah, I'm more those are the two things I'm more mad about than the honest thing because it was kind of inevitable at this point.
Yeah, you essentially, I mean, protested the Bucks from like the moment Rivers was signed. Like I remember,
I didn't
like,
go to one game. I haven't gone to one game since he's been hired.
And even I'd ask you about it, and you kind of be like, like you know, like it's just like I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. But like you said, it's catching up to him. It's the freaking Doc Rivers effect. I can't believe. I mean, I don't know. I don't pay enough attention to NBA media, but like I can't believe people don't publicly hate this guy more, right? Like you'd think, like if you're a Bucks fan, there'd be like a fire Doc Rivers school walkout or something, you know, like we gotta get the protest going. Like, I don't know, but someone's got it. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. And obviously now your franchise player who brought you glory and fame, you know, I guess going somewhere, but I kind of agree with, we were talking a little before. I don't think it happens before the deadline. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. I know everyone on Twitter seems to think it's a done deal. It's a tough contract. It's like, trading a guy like Giannis is fucking hard, and I don't know if it happens until after the season's over.
You want to know something that popped in my head though, because everybody keeps saying he wants to play with Drew. Bro, I wouldn't mind Denny in a Bucks uniform, bro. I'll say that. Fuck, dude. Dude,
he did.
I would love that. I would love that. Obviously, I am a pretty big Denny stan. I wasn't the first one on the show. Obviously, when he was with the Wizards, I know you liked him. But the Wizards are a poverty franchise and find a way to get everybody to hate every good player on their team. And Denny now is just over there putting up numbers. Obviously, I don't think they'll move him. But I did hear that all this stuff with Drew Holiday and stuff, and like they're like good friends and stuff. And I'm like, well, only one way that happens, buddy. Only one way that happens, and that means Big Denny's coming our way. I just don't want Scoot, bro.
I was gonna say
I don't want Scoot. Oh my god! Because then you have Scoot having to fight with Kevin Porter Jr. for the ball. They probably fucking kill each other.
Yeah. No, I mean maybe Sharp. I guess I don't know.
No, I don't want him either.
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Bro, I mean,
it'd have to be a lot.
Like, I think it'd be Quingen. They'd have to give Quingen too. I think in there too.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to. It's for fucking Giannis. Like, I want your whole team, and I want every pick you have. If I'm making that trade, because you can't be the team in history that looks dumb. Like, you can't be, like, even the Mavs, right?
That dude got immediately fired, bro, within a year of how bad that was.
Yeah, so, like, you got to get everything possible back. Like I was joking because people keep saying the Warriors, I guess, because Steph has a limited window and there's really no way to save it, and people just want to save it. So they're like, oh, Jimmy's trash contract that nobody's gonna want because he's old and injured. And then like, would you give on top of him? Like, you can't just give the rest of the team. Like, I don't know what would make it the Bucks be like, yes, we'll accept that trade. I don't even know if they have enough total picks. Possible.
I don't even know if they would have. There's nothing on that team that's.
It has to be a 4-team deal where you trade your role players somewhere and then they flip that for a pick, so you can send that. Like, I don't know. I just can't think of how they make it work. And the only thing I know is fucking Miami Heat fans send the fucking worst trade request of all time. So I'm sure they're gonna send you guys like Jaime Jaquez 1-for-1 for Giannis and see if you accept. But I hope those guys, we need to silence the Heat fans on Twitter. They annoy me the most with their trade request, but it seems tough. I don't know how it happens this quickly, but obviously fucking Luka got traded. So anything's possible at this point in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't. But obviously, never hate Giannis. There's no way I could. He's been a great ambassador for the city, and obviously he's been really, really good for a long time. I mean, we drafted him, man. I mean, that's like everybody hated the pick, right? Yeah. Everybody hated the pick for a fucking 120-pound dude who's 7 foot. And the dude fucking been awesome. So, yeah, Shams can go to hell. I don't need to ever hear him again. He is automatically fucking blocked now. I will not see anymore. So if anything gets broke by him on Twitter, you guys will need to be the guys to tell me because that dude's a fucking chotch.
Sounds good. It'll find its way to you. NBA Centel, they'll get the scoop as well, I'm sure. So
Dude, I'll follow them before I follow him, dude. That dude's a fucking idiot. How could, the weatherman is right more than this dude, bro. This dude's horrible.
Yeah, I mean that's the state of these modern day Twitter reporters. It's
yeah, but he's fucking ESPN, and that fucking place is down in the shit too. Just get rid of that fucking channel, dude. Just get rid of the channel.
On like FanDuel TV for a year, maybe still is, but
I think it's just because he was with Kay Adams. I think, right? Just because he was dating Kay Adams, whatever the hell that was.
Well, I just know it was in his bio for a while. I was like, how is the biggest? I mean, everyone said this stuff a million times, but how is Shams like the insider before all inside, the guy that has the knowledge, the guy that has the draft picks before they're picked? How is this dude a FanDuel ambassador? Like, what? Like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, hopefully Giannis says, "Hey, I'm taking this trade, but for me to allow anybody to know anything anymore, Shams, you need to get fired. You need to not have a job in NBA media. That's the only way I'll do it for lies, bro."
Here's a very Giannis on brand way. ESPN has to hire his brother as a reporter. His brother breaks the story. That's how we do it. Like,
no, dude. I thought he'd do it on the podcast because the Nassus keeps fucking doing his podcast. And it's horrible. It's a fucking horrible show, dude. I watched like 35. I probably watched like 30 minutes of it, and I'm just like, I just can't sit through this, bro. It's horrible, dude. I can't.
Yeah, but hey, I'm just saying he's got good pull. Okay, Giannis can get these guys in high places, so maybe we'll get broken on the podcast. If there's one guy, it's either going to be Draymond or it's going to be Paul George. Those guys are definitely breaking whatever they're. I mean, I assume retirement for both of them. I doubt they're getting traded, but like those guys are the ultimate NBA podcasters at this point.
Yeah, Paul George, there.
He could still be traded, probably. He's still got enough window where someone might dump his contract for something, and I don't know. I could see him like Podcast P needs to break the news once on his podcast before he goes. Like that's his legacy. I feel like I'm gonna remember. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I could definitely and Draymond 100%. But I don't know if Draymond's getting traded. Like I don't know how that works.
Why would anybody want him? That dude is a fucking cancer to the team.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Steve Kerr also. Lastly, because now you got me hyped up when you talk about the words. Steve Kerr just a bum, bro. How are we not playing Jonathan Kuminga, bro? That dude is a top 3 player on that team. I don't care what anybody tells me. What did he do? What did he do? Did he just say something to Kerr? Call him something? Because how is this dude not getting minutes? That dude's gonna get 20. You give him 30 minutes, that dude's putting 20 points on the board.
They're beefing, I don't know what's going on. Kuminga, I mean, I don't know. That's been highly publicized, right? Because they even had the thing of like, oh, there needs to be a trade market for us to trade him, like implying no one even wants. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like, I don't know. I think Kuminga gets the benefit of the doubt though of being a player that the general public would like more than a coaching staff, because the thing that he's good at is scoring, right? And the thing that he's bad at, which is everything else, is the thing that coaching staffs are like, hey, you need to be able to do other things on the court. And then he goes, what if I just run straight at the rim because I can dunk and I'm athletic as fuck? And like, there needs to be a middle ground. You know what I mean? There needs to be a middle ground. I don't know. It just seems like they should have traded him before the year started, or like this relationship has been bad for a while. Like this has been reported on, like, Kuminga's been unhappy with his role for so long. So why the fuck did you go back? You had an out this offseason, seemingly. Like, why settle?
There was no interest, yeah.
So I don't know. They need to now build him back up so that they can trade him and get something, because you're not going to get anything if he doesn't play, because they know that you don't want to play him. Like, I don't know.
You have no leverage anymore, bro. No leverage.
Yeah, they fucked it up. So I don't know. But hey, send him to DC. We already got a budget Kuminga with Cam Whitmore. He's not going to be here next year. We'll try it again with another athletic wing that only scores and doesn't do much else. But I'll give it a shot. I'll give you guys 6 second-round picks. You're gonna have all of our we have like 500 second-round picks from all these Marvin Bagley trades. We'll send you Bagley too. We're trading him again at the deadline.
I do have to say last thing. I know we've been rambling for a sec, but last thing. Have you been seeing what CJ McCollum's kind of doing over there right now, bro?
The only thing I saw was when he
that
missed
dude
that
is
game.
actually putting up fucking numbers, dude.
Have
you seen him or no?
No, the thing I saw that went kind of viral was when he like took that game-winning shot and missed, right? That's like a week or two ago or something. I saw people roasting him like a couple weeks ago, but I've not seen anything since then about CJ McCollum.
Bro has been over there for what, 7 games. He scored 24 times, and in 2 of the games that he didn't score 20, he had 6 assists. His last game was 23, 8, and 7 in 28 minutes off the bench.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I know he's still
forever like okay. Like he's okay. Like he'll never be like on a winning team though. Like him and those Dame years make me sad, man. You just got 2 guys that can't guard out there putting up buckets. Like, I don't know. Like CJ's just forever solid. You know, he does the job. I like the game I went to in DC. He actually cooked as well. Like when I was there live. So I'm like, I like CJ. He seems like a solid dude, but it's just like, he doesn't feel like that much of a winning player to me. He's just like, he's going to go out there and get his 20 or, you know, I don't know. I'm like so like in the middle on CJ. I used to root for him because I love those Blazers teams and I want them to win. But like, I don't know. I don't like the guy's just okay. You know, when he got traded out here, I was like, that's fine. More time for the young guys. Like I don't want to pay a ticket for my team and have to watch CJ McCollum be the number 2 out there. Cause I'm like, we're probably not winning shit, but you know, it seems like he's got a good arrangement and he's good with the young guys as well. It seems like he's not like overbearing. He, you know, still passes a ton and gets everyone involved. So I got no problems with CJ and the young guys. That's what's most important, obviously over there now is just development. Now that they're kind of half rebuild, half, you know, no Trae Young anymore, all that, like, we'll see.
Yeah, I was just saying. I mean, he's putting that up in average of 25 minutes a game, bro. Like that's pretty freaking efficient too. And I mean, he's not shooting that much outside of the Laker game. He shot 20 plus times. He's 11 to 15 shots in that range, and that's like, it's nice because I think Jalen Johnson kind of realized, hey, damn, maybe I should just go for a triple double every fucking game. God damn, I'm pretty much the dude here now. And he is, dude. Like he's fun. He's fucking good. And I told you he's from my area down here. He's like 30 minutes away from us down here. I knew he was good when he obviously went to Duke, but like I know he was like that, man. I know he's gonna be like that because there's a couple other guys from the area that went to those bigger schools and just fell off a fucking cliff. Like let's see if you last ball knowledge spot here is JP Tokido. You ever heard that name before?
Not familiar, no.
He played for UNC, and he had probably one of the greatest Wisconsin mixtapes of all time.
Okay.
The dude was fucking athletic, bro. If someone knows JP Tokido in the chat, I'd be very surprised. Dude, I watched a couple times. I was playing AAU, I think my freshman year of high school, and I would watch their games after, and it's just like, if it's a fast break, this dude's 360 on it in a game, like full on just going crazy in these games. Just never developed a jump shot. So like he couldn't become an actual good basketball player. He was just so much more athletic than everybody, blocking everything, played good defense. It's just, you know, when you get to higher level there, you gotta be able to score a ball. So it's crazy to see how much better these dudes are now, dude. I watched a high school game this week. I went to a high school game because my high school has a 5-star. I don't know how. We've never had a 5-star for basketball. And I was sitting next to Ben McCollum, coach for Iowa now. He was out there recruiting 2 dudes on the team, and I'm like, dude, these guys are so much better than what I watched in high school. Oh my God. Yeah. One kid was going to Iowa State, and he looked like SGA. Like his moves were like it was just pull up 3. Oh, I get a fast break. I'm gonna throw a one hand back. It was impressive, man. These dudes are crazy. Like I'm like, dude, just give me the ball in the corner. Let me shoot a 3. I ain't dribbling. I'm just shooting, man. That's what my job is. I'll sit in the corner. I don't need to deal with these dudes that are that much more athletic than me.
No, yeah. Before it was everyone had their role, the big guy that was the center, you know, and now it's like we got 5 stretch forwards. They're all 6'8", and that's
dude. And they're all fucking good and can shoot.
Yep. No, it's Yeah, you saying that, I got to go see some more of these. There's some good stuff, and it's easy to watch, like entertaining. Like, yeah, you get to see the future a little bit.
Yeah, Iowa State gets all the Wisconsin guys. They get all those dudes. They're very good at getting them. I know their number 2 scorer this year is from 5 minutes from me. Milan is from there, and obviously they got Halliburton from here. I mean, a couple of my other buddies went there too as well. So they're recruiting here. They do their thing. So let's get a quick recap in here. Got 125 of you guys in here. It's been a little bit since we talked ball. But we got Cavs, Lakers, first half over 120.5. My straight bet of the day. And I'm rolling my long shot of Giddey and Scotty Barnes, double parlay, plus 475.
Sounds good. And I had DeAndre Hunter, 20 points at plus 475 for a long shot.
Awesome. Well, I will let you know, Stu, on how we're going to do Friday. We'll figure it out. I have that card show that I am attending, so I have to figure out how I'm going to do that and get everything set up before the event, because it's supposed to be pretty big. So that's exciting. I'll bring on some stuff that I got for that I'll show on the stream. I don't have too many basketball, because basketball I feel like is just unbelievably ridiculously expensive to buy some shit, dudes. Like, hopefully, dude, if I can find a Denny, bro, it's finding a way to the collection. I don't think there's not much Denny out, but one last sad story here is one of my buddies pulled a out of 10 Origins RPA, which is a rookie patch auto of Denny. And everybody was, I'm like, damn, he's a first rounder. And dude just didn't do anything for that first year in DC. Dude ended up selling it for like $600 to $700. And obviously it's a good sale. Bro, I can't even imagine what that's going for now that he's an all-star and putting up buckets, bro. That thing's got to be 3,000-4,000 now.
Yeah.
So those are the bad ones. Some of those bad ones kind of hurt. You get your wins and just as many losses. So, but yeah, the Denny stuff has just been going nuts. I've been looking, and I just can't do it. I just can't pull the trigger on some of those.
I don't blame you, because now you're kind of out the buy window now. Like, he's just good now, so it's like everyone knows it. You're not getting like a surprise on people, but hey, I'm rooting for it. I think the ceiling's even higher. I think he can keep getting better out here. So I'm with it.
Awesome. Well, we will keep you guys updated. Make sure you follow over on Twitter, X, whatever it is now. Make sure you follow over there, and we'll keep you guys updated on what's happening. And we will be back at some point. This at the end of this week, so we'll keep you updated. And then obviously it's Super Bowl week next week already, so should be fun. Getting ready for that. We'll see if we can find some guests again and get you guys as much stuff as we can for the Super Bowl game, and hopefully it's Seattle by 40, bro. So hopefully we do that. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck, and we will catch you guys later this week.